was in check. The best thing we can do as educators for our students is to establish daily routines, making surprises less frequent. Keep an open dialogue. Ensure that participation is valued over perfection. This will reduce the anxiety with the learner's brain, allowing them to absorb more of what they are learning. Construct achievable challenges together. Acknowledge learning barriers and create a plan to get around or move past them. But learning in its entirety is a bit more complicated than that still. Neuroscientists have uncovered the brain is always growing and changing. Although physical development of the brain halts around age 14, the synaptic connections of neurons allow for flexible growth and repair as people age, well into their senior years. This is known as plasticity. The neurons also have what we call dendrites, which grow with the neurons and allow for reorganizing of the connections within the brain, called pruning. Essentially, pruning is the restructuring of neural pathways that play a part in the use it or lose it phenomenon. This makes the brain's functioning efficient. For education, the best way to put pruning and plasticity to good use is to stimulate multiple areas of the brain while learning is occurring. This way, dendrites will learning experience. Reduce fear and stress by setting goals and keeping open communication, while maintaining a highly challenging environment to support the amygdala's functioning. Include opportunities for group work to develop social skills and cooperation. Provide active and passive places to learn, as well as giving students personal space for them to build organizational skills. Give students time to be reflective and creative. And be